though. Always in search of the outside eating.
Of course, right. What are we going to do when it gets cold? Can't go.
No.
Wow.
Gotta be inside.
Yes, gonna be. Oh, good morning, everyone. We're live.
Oh, yay.
Live on Facebook.
Woo.
Comments.
We are live.
Spinal stenosis. Consider endoscopic spinal surgery at Synergy Spine, Michigan. Contact them toll free at 833-770-8100 or visit synergyspinemichigan.com. That's 833-770-8100
Good morning,
or
Ron.
synergyspinemichigan.com.
I'm Dick Haefner, WJR News, and now Paul W. Smith.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Wednesday morning to you, or as one of us likes to point out about Wednesdays, Dana.
It's hump day.
Yes, it is indeed. Please, I just want to let our listeners know she is not in pain when she says that.
I'm having a seizure.
She's just excited that we're at the middle of the week. Hump Day. It's the 16th of September, which seems, I don't know why, impossible to me, but every day does. It is the 260th day of 2020. There are 106 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day as a gift. The team is here, up and at 'em, raring to go, or at least going, and with you as well. Nick Haefner, our WJR News Director. Thank you, Richard, for your good work. The same goes for Dana Clark, who checks the traffic and weather first and has an opinion or two on everything going on. Maybe has a movie or a restaurant for us to go to. Brian Morton is back in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, the only one of us back there near the studios and pressing all the right buttons. Kim is toes up, back with Jamie after a good run at the Toledo Open. He did well. I don't know the actual positioning. I don't think he was in the money, but he did much better than he did in the Michigan Open, and that's good news. You just want to do better every time you can. And of course, the woman in charge, if she's in the upper left-hand corner, at least overseeing everything we do. My left hand.
Yeah, but sometimes if you do it I was going that way, it's that
you were
way.
point. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's always hard. When I watch a show, a newscast, and they have these boxes now, and one person's talking to the other, it'd be like me talking to Annie, and I'm going,
Annie,
I think you're wrong, and
the other way.
Instead, you have to go the other way. Where to me, I'm looking away from her, but at least it looks like I'm looking at her. Anyway, Ann
That's
Thomas.
Funny.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. I think I heard Dick say a little while ago a very magical thing.
Oh.
A temperature with an 8 in front of it.
Yes.
Near 80 today? Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
How great is that?
80.
Near 80 today. That's good news. That is good news. And that's on top of speaking with Mr. Weingartz, Dan Weingartz, yesterday, where he said to be safe, they ordered more snow blowers for the season than usual. But then he explained a lot of that has to do with being concerned about getting them. Because production on a lot of stuff, as you might guess, because of the pandemic, is down. Production is down. So,
well, they've still got a lot of plows lined up on the Van Dyke through Utica, where they're located. Lots of plows and other equipment lined up right by the building. So some of those plows, of course, will be for snow.
Yeah. Wow. Already lined up. I just hope they're not fueled up and running in the ready. I'm hoping they're not running. It is 5:42 News Talk 760, Wednesday morning, WJR.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand is offering $150 off their exclusive Boundary Plus technology, so more pets can safely enjoy the freedom of their yard. Visit InvisibleFence.com to schedule your free consultation. That's InvisibleFence.com. InvisibleFence.com.
And let's check it first thing for us this morning, our WJR traffic and weather first, and Miss Dana Clark.
Traffic first sponsored by the Detroit VA Healthcare System. Veterans at Detroit VA Healthcare System reminds you to not let COVID-19 postpone your healthcare needs. Detroit VA is ready to care for you in their medical facilities and through online video visits. To learn more, visit detroit.va.gov. St. Clair looking at a disabled vehicle, I-69 eastbound after Wadhams. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Super Car Wash. Want your car to shine? Visit one of Super Car Wash's 11 locations throughout Metro Detroit. Enjoy unlimited car washes at all 11 locations for just $12.95 a month. Super Car Wash features free vacuums and free hand towel drying. Look super. Go unlimited today.
We'll continue with the beautiful weather today before we start to see some showers get in the forecast as we head through early tonight. Really not a bunch of rainfall, though. Seeing some cloud, otherwise sunshine today with a high of 80. Some showers early tonight as the clouds thicken up. Get cloudy later, 54. Tomorrow, a few clouds and sunshine, 66. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stidgick on News Talk 760 WJR.
It is astounding with these hurricanes how much rain they're talking about getting in some of these places. 20 inches of rain at once. I mean, it's truly astounding. Anyway, doesn't sound like a lot of rain around here. Certainly good news. Rush Limbaugh is with us noon to 3, our colleague, Monday through Friday, and he checks in with us first thing in the morning. Right now, 5:44. Here's Rush.
Schools in rich California districts are planning to open a lot sooner than the schools in poor Latino neighborhoods, reports the LA Times. The affluent Capistrano Unified School District ready to let students go back to class at the end of September. But in Santa Ana, 25 miles away, it'll be at least November before the poor and Latino students can return. In LA, where more poor students live, school officials aren't even sure when they'll open again. Maybe November, maybe later. Children in these poor areas have been hardest hit by the shutdown, and now they'll be hardest hit again because they have to stay shut down while rich kids in affluent neighborhoods can go back to school and get on with their lives. In liberal victimology, this story is a twofer. We have racism against Latino children, and we have income inequality. Poor and minority children who are already suffering are going to suffer even more. Now, who runs California? Who controls both houses of the state legislature and the governor's mansion? It's Democrats, folks. Who runs all these communities, rich and poor? It's Democrats. The Democrats know what's happening in their state. They know that poor and Latino children are being harmed, and they're doing nothing, not one thing, to solve the problem, which means it's business as usual. Why don't they care about the poor?
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. That's interesting about the schools, when they open, when they don't open, and that's kind of a self-administered problem if the poor kids don't get to go back to school as soon as the rich kids. I mean, I know it's not that simple, but that's, when you think about it, that's what it looks like is happening there. Don't know why. Do not know why. Meanwhile, we still have, as you wake up this morning, standoff, which is really rather unusual. I would think, Dick, as a news person, you would suggest it's unusual that a hostage situation would go into a second day kind of a situation overnight without anyone, as far as we know, being hurt at this point.
Well, fortunately, I guess that's the good news, but the not so good news is this is now in hour number 27, and that's very unusual. Usually these barricaded gunman situation, which often involve someone who's got mental problems and sometimes with a gun, are resolved within a matter of hours, sometimes very quickly. But this guy, who is suspected to be a murderer, is holed up. He has at least one gun, and now he's got one hostage. He let go one of the other hostages yesterday. It's his house. It's on Iliad Street near Telegraph Road by the Redford border. And it all started with an incident where he fled after police tried to pull him over on Telegraph. He drove to his house, fired a gunshot, and then went into the house and
didn't he break a window to get into the house? So they were confused and first thought it was somebody else's house.
Yep. Yeah. They thought he broke in, but it ends up being his house. He knew the people inside, and I don't know the latest conversation that the police have had with that man, but he can't stay awake forever.
True.
Well, that's a good point. And I don't know exactly how they'll know when he's asleep, but he did do, God bless social media, he did do a special report on himself, which was not good when he said, I'm going to be locked away for a long, long time. That's a real bad mindset for a guy with a gun and a hostage and a standoff with the police. If he believes there's no hope and that he's going to be locked away for a long time, this isn't the frame of mind you want someone that you're trying to talk into making some sense and giving up.
Right. He doesn't seem to have a lot to gain. What can the police do? What kind of a deal can they make with this guy who they think is a killer and will be going to prison for the rest of his life?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one, but I hope it ends against the odds. I hope it ends in a peaceful manner, and I hope soon, because as you say, 27 hours and counting is a very long time, and the longer these things go, the more, I think, dangerous they become, as opposed to, feeling like you're waiting out the guy or the whatever.
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
5:49 Wednesday morning, September 16th, the 260th day of 2020, the Paul W. Smith Show. We're all together here, and just in our first 45 minutes, we always like to chat about the news, about things that we're involved with or following or whatever, and we're on social media for these first 45 minutes, meaning you can listen to us and watch us as opposed to just listening, which is what we're all about on radio on News Talk 760 WJR. The latest ridiculousness, and there's been so much of it with COVID-19, is this argument about the timeline of a vaccine.
Right.
What is the value? Up on my screen right now, reality check on vaccine timeline. And we've got Fauci going, who cares? Just get a vaccine. If it's next week or next year, we only believe, hope, pray that everyone's working efficiently and effectively to safely get a vaccine. That's it. If you can't tell us when, nobody can, obviously. It's going to be a eureka moment when they do. But what's the argument now about the potential, the possibility, the timeline?
And it could still be, even if it comes out before the end of the year, certain people are not going to get it for a year.
Well,
so it's like,
guess
essential workers and older people need it first, which
certain people aren't going to get it ever. Certain
Yeah.
people aren't going to get vaccinations. We
True.
still have that problem in this country.
Yeah.
So whether it's COVID or measles, some people won't get vaccinations. Secondly, there's now going to be, because of all of the politicizing of this, there's going to be the argument on people saying, well, I'm going to wait to see what happens when you get it, and I'll wait a little while, and if your head doesn't explode, I'll get it. I mean, it's just kind of endless.
Well, and there's going to have to be a lot of transparency too, because you saw where they halted one of the trials because a woman had a very serious side effect.
Oh,
Some spine thing, but at the time they stopped the trial, they didn't know if it was from the trial or something else. By the way, they've started that trial back up again.
Yes, but only in some areas. And there's a lot of complaining about the transparency. So one of the things that they're going to have to do is be very transparent with everyone, or no one will trust it and no one will want to get vaccinated. This is, this has got to be a non-political issue. How that will happen, I don't know.
Right. Good luck with that.
But it is kind of funny. Paul's right, because there is no vaccine. We're probably not going to have a vaccine for several months. Right. And there is a constant conversation every day about the vaccine.
There are those who claim it'll be there quicker, and we know who they are. And there are those who claim it'll be later, and we know who they are. Just shut up. Let the people who are working on the vaccine work on the vaccine and get it done.
Safely.
Man, oh man. Anyway, how's this? I mean, no one ever said these people were geniuses, but some guy is being pulled over for a traffic stop. Didn't turn into a hostage situation like our local situation, but some guy gets pulled over in Cherokee County, Georgia. Pulled over for a traffic stop on I-75, got out of the car and ran. That is so stupid on so many levels. Unless you've stolen the car, and no one's alleging that's the case here, everybody knows within a minute they can find out whose car it is and surmise who's been driving. So don't go running away from the police. In fact, running away from the police these days is a great way to be shot in the back or any other way. Don't go running away from the police. But when you have a winning lottery ticket on your front seat, really don't go running away from the police. So this person left a winning lottery ticket on the front seat. I like this one. Officials said the person who ran from them could just come into the sheriff's office and collect their lottery ticket. Wink, wink.
Right.
Hey, you forgot your lottery ticket. Come on, we've got it for you. We got your name on it. Come on in and pick up your lottery ticket. It'll be fine. No problem. No questions asked.
Right.
And handcuff your hand behind your back.
That's funny.
Wait, winning lottery ticket. How much
did he know he had won?
It was apparently very obvious upon looking at the ticket. It was maybe a scratch off or something. It was $100 winner.
Oh, well.
That will not even come close to paying all the fines he's going to have now from running from the police. Who knows what his traffic violation was? Maybe they would have just warned him.
Maybe.
Got to get that blinker fixed. Got to get that taillight fixed. Now, eluding a police officer. That's a little more important. Big Ten schools still talking about playing. The day before yesterday's headline, maybe Big Ten schools will, quote, all move together in a decision on football season. And then, Annie, you sent me a story from the Free Press that I assume came up later. Big Ten football remains in limbo after another day of stalling.
There was a lot of chatter yesterday, though, after your interview with President Stanley, Dr. Stanley, and then I think it was another Big Ten coach out of Nebraska made some comments that there was going to be a decision soon. So I think sometime this week we're going to hear something.
I think they should start the Big Ten season with the Rose Bowl. I don't think that's going to happen.
Be in it.
It's Wine Wednesday. So we'll share some of our wine picks coming up after the news here. It is 5:56 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand is offering $150 off their exclusive Boundary Plus technology, so more pets can safely enjoy the freedom of their yard. Visit InvisibleFence.com to schedule your free consultation. That's InvisibleFence.com. InvisibleFence.com.
WJR, traffic and weather first, Dana Clark.
Traffic First also sponsored by the Mechanical Contractors Association of Detroit. When your commercial, industrial, public, or residential project calls for plumbers, pipe fitters, or HVAC service technicians, the Mechanical Contractors Association of Detroit connects you with the very best, highly skilled and trained union contractors. To get started on your next project, visit mcadetroit.org. In case you didn't notice, new construction popping up yesterday in Pontiac. Maybe you don't travel along M59 eastbound between Saginaw Street and North Perry Street. That's a good thing if you don't, because it's closed for construction. That's scheduled for a couple of weeks through October 4th. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Shelving.com. Shelving.com has a wide selection of Metro brand shelving and storage products now offered at new lower prices, from their popular chrome wire shelving to antimicrobial Metro Max units. Shelving.com is the best spot to shop for your Metro product needs. At Shelving.com, we rack your world. Chilly start once again today. Clear skies, 56 degrees. We are expecting lots of sunshine on this hump day. A high of 80. Tonight, rain showers this evening. Overcast overnight, your low 54. Rest of the week, we just struggled to get into the 60s. So get out and enjoy today. Thursday, partly cloudy and a high of 65. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in 2 minutes.
Have you noticed in the good old days, and I think we still try to do this in radio, does my forehead look shinier than usual?
Yes.
Anyway, I wonder why.
I don't know. Light placement.
Well, I haven't moved anything. Anyway, the commercials on the radio station, I don't remember what it was called, but when they would load them, when the salesperson would load them in or put the order in, they'd put a code on each commercial, and then the computer was supposed to keep like codes away from each other. So you don't run one car dealer and then the next commercial is a competing car dealer. Mm-hmm. They would separate them. Mm-hmm. I think radio still tries to do it. Television doesn't try at all.
No.
So during the silly season, this season of politics, you get a John James commercial talking about Gary Peters not going to work. Please go up for work, Gary Peters. And immediately after that, you get the answer from the Gary Peters people. You've heard that in the commercials that Gary Peters isn't going to work. He's been there 99% of the time. And I'm going, this is madness. The commercials are running back to back for competing people. It's crazy. I don't know how that's valuable advertising. And that's expensive advertising in television. Radio's much more cost effective and efficient. And for that matter, so is however they're doing it. I'm happily have avoided, as far as I can remember, I'm sure I would just tune them out anyway, but I don't think I've seen too many political ads on social media, because of the social media I go to is very limited to email and whatever. Are there a lot of political ads? Because I hear that that's a big part of advertising for the election.
Not too many that I've seen.
Yeah. I wonder where they would be. On Facebook or YouTube, or
could be.
I don't know.
I have not seen a lot at all, actually.
That's good.
So
it's supposed to be
maybe they're keeping them
maybe restricted
down. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a good question, though. You know?
Brian says there are a lot on YouTube.
On YouTube, okay.
And I don't think I go to YouTube. Things just pop up on my computer. My computer has a life of its own, or generally a death of its own.
Right.
So Dana, give us a good recipe for a dinner. Don't you guys think it's hard to come up with a dinner every night?
It is, especially if you have restrictions, like some people don't eat seafood. That cuts out a whole category right there. That's a whole category of food. So you're left with, and some people trying to eat healthy, so some people are not eating meat. So you're left with chicken, our favorite dish of the world, chicken. So
I love chicken.
Yes, and it's hard to come up with different ways. I did which I'm getting ready to do again. Very easy recipe, a chicken chili. And it's getting ready to get a little crispy outside. After today, it's going to get cold. So I actually just had this recipe out because I was going to do it this weekend. Basically, you get some chicken. You can get like roasted chicken or even chicken from Costco, Paul W. in a can. They have these huge cans.
I love that chicken.
I love that chicken too.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
What?
Chicken in a can?
Yes.
I do it all the time.
You mean like tuna fish in a can?
Yes.
It's
big
excellent.
chunks. It is.
We
big
get the
chunks of
tuna
chicken.
and we get the salmon in the can.
The chicken is amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
So I use that, get some like navy beans or Bush's chili beans, get some, what are
Lava
those?
beans in a good can.
Right, right. And watch Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And just throw it in a pot. It's only like 4 ingredients. And top it with your sour cream or chips, cilantro. So that is really easy. But let's get those crock pots going again.
Yes.
Those are easy recipes.
Well,
Crock
it's
pot or Instapot.
Something very comforting about
Yes.
a crock pot.
Yes.
It is. Or people use Instapots now, which I don't have an Instapot, but
What's the difference?
I think it's kind of updated.
And it
Like,
cooks
so a crock
more.
pot is-
Looks like a
all
pressure
day.
cooker. Right. Yeah.
Crock pot is you turn it on, you go to work, and you come back,
Right.
the house is burned down. No,
Right. But you
crock
can
pot,
have dinner.
and it's fresh and hot.
And it's good.
So an
Instapot
Instapot
is-
would be like faster.
I
Yes.
think it can be faster and it can cook even more. Like the
Right.
kids,
It's like-
my
it's like a
kids
pressure
love it.
cooker. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They could do a commercial for Instapot. I think they
really?
all have one.
And
Okay.
see, here I want to agree with Ann, so I have to turn away from her
Right.
and go,
Right.
yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
we got
seeing-
it down.
I'm seeing a picture of Kim and I right now. yes, Ann, that's right.
But you know how
If
we're
I turn to you the
home
way it looks like I'm supposed
Right.
to, I go
It's
like
the
this.
other way.
Anyway,
Right. I know.
what were you
more.
saying, Andy?
We're all home more. And we
Yeah.
all are not going out to eat as much, right?
Right?
And
So
we
we
won't
could
be
use
able-
some recipes that are a bit of a change instead of doing the same old thing every night.
Mhm.
Norman says he's heard a lot of commercials on Pandora. I wouldn't
Oh,
even
I
know how
don't
to
listen
find
to that.
Pandora in any way, shape, or form. And we have a Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
that
don't know.
is.
That can't be good.
It's very odd.
I think
just
they're telling us
popped in.
they have a vaccine for COVID-19.
Jackie
That's what-
says she makes her chili, Dana, white chicken chili in the Instapot.
Uh-huh.
and
Might
says
have to
it's
get-
fantastic.
Might have to get one for Christmas now.
Yeah, that's that would
Because
be-
soon we're not going to be able, as we talk, to go out to restaurants if we're accustomed and like sitting outside. It's going to get cold soon, and then we will definitely be at home, and then it'll be Christmas, and yeah,
Oh my, stop.
2020 will be over.
I'm not ready for summer to be over, and
I know.
you got the year being over.
I know.
It's like Courtney used to say, what was
Yes.
the date? And Courtney said, well, summer's over. And I go, we got 2 months of summer left.
right. It was around July he'd start up with that.
After his birthday, right?
Yeah. for his
Well,
birthday
after his
was-
birthday, the year was over.
Right.
Well, it was my birthday. Let's move on to the next year.
Yeah.
So I just saw a blip on screen. I'd never seen or heard it before, but Ann's great at looking these things up. There was a story about vertical forest apartments, and they are the strangest looking thing. But everybody on their porch, lanai, deck, what do you call the outside? I can't even remember. I mean,
Patio.
at an apartment.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Like a balcony?
Yeah, balcony.
All of the balconies look like a forest. There's so much greenery and stuff.
Oh,
And there were like 3 towers, and it was amazing how much growth there was. And they said those apartments failed. I don't know what the details were. I don't know if I don't know what happened, but it's pretty odd and unusual. I've never seen it before. I never have. Governor Whitmer's got a COVID-19 update at 2:30 this afternoon. I'm not getting the impression from our conversation yesterday that she's going to open the movie theaters. I don't know where that's coming from. I did see Fauci say movies without a mask is at least a year away.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News
Let 'em wear
Talk
masks.
760
Let 'em go to
WJR.
the movies. Governor, open up these
we
theaters.
want the movies. We
Governor,
want the
Tear down this wall. No, open up these theaters. It's Wednesday, or as Dana likes to say,
It's hump day.
it is indeed hump day, middle of the week, the 16th of September. the 260th day of 2020. There are 106 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Dick Hafner just finishing up the news the way the news is supposed to be presented, as news. We'll take care of the opinion stuff. He's taking care of the news, and you can't find that anywhere anymore. The front page of the newspaper used to be for news. It's for editorial content now. All the television news is editorial content, especially on the cable channels. Fox over here, I almost said FNN because I worked at FNN in New York City. That was the Financial News Network. But CNN, Fox, they all have their thing. MSNBC is a joke.
Wow.
And all the rest. No, I know. Some people love MSNBC. That's fine. That's great. Anyway, the news.
To drag me into opinions, and I always resist.
I know. So he does the news when he's doing the news. I was going to say when he wears his news hat, but he doesn't wear his news hat anymore. He always wears his Lions hat. But anyway, but then we get into conversation. That's what the rest of us are here for. And we get Dick to dip his toe into the opinion pool, and then sometimes he runs wild. And that's what we love about Dick, among many other things. So Dana Clark, with our traffic and weather first, and then she does have opinions, and she was doing a recipe for chicken, and she's got food, she's got movies, and all the rest of it. Brian Morton is in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, holding things together. Kim is toes up still after a couple of long days following Jamie on the golf tour, and he's coming along fine. And of course, our executive producer still relaxing compared to the way she's been the last several weeks getting ready for the wedding, although she does not have postpartum, post-wedding depression, and she's moved on. That's our executive producer, Ann Thomas.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Annie.
Morning. It's Wine Wednesday.
It is.
Yay.
And who wants to start?
Annie, you go first.
Wine. Something you found that we think is a good deal.
Yes. This is a Gavi. And I got it again at Cost Plus. So it's a white Italian wine.
Love that Cost Plus.
The deals are incredible.
I have to go there.
Yeah, I haven't been yet.
This is a great price, and it's kind of a fresh, crisp wine.
Okay.
And it's around, once again, around $14 a bottle.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's a great white wine. Gavi.
Right? Gavi. How do you spell that?
Gavi.
Gavi, just like it sounds. Okay. Dana, you have something?
All right. I have, this is Mimosa Sundays, people. Corbel Brut. You can get it just about everywhere. Kroger is my spot, about $10-11. Great for mimosas on Sunday. I'll be opening that very soon. It's very
not just on Sunday.
Well,
it's Wednesday, but she's got to get ready for Sunday. And
right.
And it's before 9 in the morning. She's it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
That's right.
Did you get a chance to grab a bottle?
I went down into my cellar. I don't know how much time you've got here. However, I've got a little cellar down there, and found a bottle of wine that I haven't seen in many years. It's got a little story, and I'll try to be brief. This is a bottle of plum wine from, if you can see, 2010. A bottle of 2010 plum wine from the Caroline Cellars. The Caroline Cellars are on Line 2, that's a road, in the Niagara Peninsula. It was one of my trips to Niagara. As you know, maybe you don't know, I like live theater, and I like the Stratford, Ontario.
Oh, you've given the Stratford Theater life. You've given them life over the years.
Well, I'm going to give the Shaw Festival some publicity. The Shaw Festival is the other big Ontario Theater Festival. It's in Niagara-on-the-Lake, not Niagara Falls, but Niagara-on-the-Lake. And the Niagara Peninsula is what I call Little Napa. Many, many wineries and vineyards there. And in 2010, we bought this bottle of plum wine, fruit wine with a 10% alcohol content. That's like nothing. but I guarantee you that's not what the alcohol content is now. And I forgot about this bottle of wine. I have no idea whether it's any good, but in a future Wine Wednesday, I will open it see whether it's any good or whether I need to put it in my car radiator.
Okay, perfect. Next week.
Plum wine. That's like you should have like a little sushi with that, huh?
Yes, that sounds good.
Although I picked this up for Kim, and while we were traveling, this is a 2018, and it's I think it's pronounced Clos du Bois. It's a Chardonnay.
I've
And
sthink that.
she
Yeah.
really likes the Chardonnay.
Yeah.
And I got this, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got this at like Target.
Yeah.
When I was on the road, I was looking for a travel printer.
A travel printer.
Yeah, a little printer so that when I'm on the road, I can print some stories from my computer. And they have these. I haven't seen one in a long time, and I haven't had one in a long time. But a travel printer, and they didn't have one, but they did have the wine. And so this was. I don't remember exactly how much, but I'm sure it was under $15. Clos du Bois.
Yep, that's
a
a popular
pretentious
one.
French name. There's nothing French about it.
It's from Duluth. No, I don't.
Duluth.
It's from the over 40 years of French-inspired winemaking. Well, you're absolutely right, Dick. Where is it from? Inspired by the French.
It's from California.
It is California. Yeah, California Chardonnay.
Those are good wines for the price.
It's a popular one.
But
It is. Yeah, it's a very
French.
popular one.
Pretentious. I love that.
It's good stuff.
All right. Coming up, Dr. Samuel Stanley. That conversation we had with him yesterday made a little news. And if you missed it, we've got it for you from the president of MSU. Coming up in a moment here on WJR. We're at 6:14.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand introduces the all-new Boundary Plus Smart System. Advanced pet containment technology paired with new smart features keeps your pet protected in your yard. Visit InvisibleFence.com to schedule your free consultation. That's InvisibleFence.com.
I'm sorry that Dick had to get ready for the news. There, no, he didn't have to get ready for the news. He's off the screen, but somebody said, here it is. Bill Bray said, Dick Hafner is our Walter Cronkite. WJR. So that's a nice compliment.
Yes, it is.
Dr. Samuel Stanley, president of MSU, up next. Our WJR traffic and weather is up now with Dana.
Traffic first sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Slight delay across the Blue Water Bridge westbound for trucks, 15-minute backup between Canada and the U.S. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by the Construction Association of Michigan. Are you a construction contractor looking to grow or a developer looking for a contractor? The Construction Association of Michigan, CAM, can help you work together to get the project done right. One industry, one resource, one CAM. Check them out at buildwithcam.com.
Might be a little cloud around. Otherwise, good looking start to the day today. Our hump day looks sunny and a high of 80 degrees. 3 degrees above average. Overnight tonight, we may see some showers early as the clouds thicken up. Cloudy later, 54. We'll brighten it up tomorrow. A few clouds with sunshine and cooler, 66. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagecom, News Talk 760 WJR.
Hi, folks. Craig Hubble, General Manager at Crestview Cadillac in Rochester. Every day we